Hello everyone, it is me, Sonia.elsie here. Welcome to my channel. So I'm kind of filming in a different area today, so please don't mind like the random stuff back there by my desk. But today I'm going to be doing a sit-down Q&A video. I haven't done one of these in a long time where I just sit down, chat with you guys about different questions that you may have about me and you know, just stuff in my life. So I asked you guys on a recent Instagram post to send me in your questions, so make sure you follow me on Instagram, sonia.elsie, so you don't miss out on my future Q&As. What is something that makes you feel fulfilled? That is a really good question. I think getting work done and being organized makes me feel very fulfilled, even though I feel like I am not necessarily the most organized person. And also, you know, just hanging out with friends, having a wholesome time with friends, cooking a meal from scratch, achieving something, you know, especially achieving a goal that people said that I couldn't achieve or that was unrealistic or something. That always makes me feel really fulfilled. Good conversations on the phone, bunch of things. Just very simple, like cliche things, but yeah, I like those things. How to get over rejection. By the way, I love you so much. Thanks for being so great and just so real all the time. Oh my gosh, thank you. Love you so much. How to get over rejection. I feel like rejection is just a part of life, whether that's being rejected from a job, school, if you don't have the money to cheat your way in, an apartment, you know. There is potential in life to be rejected from like literally everything. And I think that that just gives you a good opportunity to think about, you know, how you handle the tough parts in life. Rejection is just something that you're going to have to deal with. You're going to be rejected by literally everything. There's opportunity to be rejected at any turn that you take, which sounds very discouraging, but it's also just a good opportunity to sit back and realize, you know, rejection is a part of life. Literally everybody has gone through it. I am not alone. And maybe being rejected by this is a good sign. Maybe it means that if I continued with this, that this wouldn't happen. You know, life just works in very mysterious ways. So, you know, it's definitely okay to be upset by it, to be, you know, kind of taken aback, or to just feel discouraged. But I think it's important to take a step back and realize, hey, rejection happens, it's a part of life. I can handle this maturely, and let's move forward, and let's take this rejection to either inspire me to work harder, or to inspire me to pursue something else, or to keep going this way, to keep trying. And yeah, this is a good question. Hi Sonia, IDK if this is too late, but I'm so inspired by you and Stella's journey to LA and being successful with your businesses. I think there's a misconception that you have to go to LA or at some perfect place, but I recently visited and really did love it. So my Q is, do you have any tips either for people aspiring to create content or to make a move to that area, and what did this experience teach you? Oh, good question as well. You guys have some good questions. So I would say that you definitely don't have to move to LA to do what I do. My main source of income is being, I guess, a quote-unquote influencer. I make YouTube videos, I live stream, I make videos for different apps, and I also, you know, do sponsorships and brand collaborations, which I'm very grateful for. I guess my biggest tip would be to just start doing it. What is something that you want to share with the world? What is something that you want to create? Let's say that you really enjoy making, like painting things, random things. Maybe you could start making videos of you painting, or tutorials on how to paint, or maybe you don't want to talk about that. Maybe you want to just show your art, show photos of it on Twitter or, you know, Instagram, whatever you are passionate about. I feel like there is space on YouTube and on Instagram and on social media for that, because you're going to find people with the same interests as you that are going to be interested in what you have to say and your journey. I would say also to continue to improve your content, because if you're making content and you don't like it, or you wouldn't watch it on your own time, why would someone else watch it, you know? I would say something really important is being consistent as well, but not letting yourself get burnt out. There's definitely been moments that I have been burnt out, and I usually just take a break and I'm back to normal. But, you know, don't allow yourself to just be so burnt out that you hate what you used to love, because that is the worst. For people wanting to move to LA in general, I would just say do your research on this city. Before I moved here, I literally had no idea the different areas and how different they all were. For me, I live in Hollywood. I don't have a car anymore and I don't need a car, but you know, just doing research on things like that, like, oh, if I live like in the valley, I'm definitely going to need a car, but if I want to live somewhere closer, it might be more expensive, but then I don't need a car. You know, just doing research on little things like that. I would also say save as much money as possible because it is so freaking expensive here. Like, this city will suck your bank account dry. Like, ugh. Recipes. Possible if you live with your family and you don't have to pay rent, you know, or if you live somewhere with the cheaper rent, just save as much money as you can. And when you get here, everything's probably going to be more expensive than you even think it is in terms of like rent and just random stuff. I mean, that's the case, I feel like, for moving to any city, just moving out in general. Like, everything is going to be way more expensive than you think it is. But yeah, those are some of my tips. And make sure that you visit where you are going to move to and you get an understanding of how safe the area is, or even just like what the apartment is like, because anyone can advertise an apartment as being cool and fancy and inexpensive and a great deal and good location online, but in real life might not be the same case. Final part of her question, what did this experience teach you? I feel like this experience has taught me so much, because I did move at a very like pivotal point in my life. I feel like, I mean, I moved when I was 19 and I'm now 21, so those are like, I feel like pretty important years in any developing person's life. I've learned about friendships, I've learned about work. I feel like, I told this to Stella one time, I was like, I've learned so much about being a business person, or like even just, you know, just doing what I do by not being in school and just by like teaching myself. Not saying that school is like bad or anything, or that you shouldn't go to school, but that's just what I said to her, because I was like, I'm learning so much just doing this stuff on my own. I think I've definitely learned the importance of gratitude, and that you can't hold on to things forever, that people are gonna come and go, things are gonna come and go. I don't know, I could just make a whole video about this question because there's so much, but hopefully that helped you, and I'm sorry for the long as fuck answer. Tips for creating a future career around veganism. Ooh, good question. I feel like veganism can be incorporated into one's career in many ways. Like, I have a friend who is training to be a vet technician, and she's vegan, and she wants to change like the industry, I guess. Like, she's described to me a lot of the inequalities that go on, and how it's weird that there are people that are that say they care about animals so much and are training to be vets, but then they also eat animals. That was something that she discussed, and I think that that's really cool. Like, for me personally, I do YouTube and social media, and I share a lot about veganism on those platforms. Do you think that plastic/cosmetic surgery has set a new standard of beauty for girls to live up to, or do you think girls should just do whatever they want? This is a really interesting question. There's part of me that is like, you know, I think that it's important that you love your face the way that it is, and you know, that you learn to embrace your flaws, and I think that there is a lot of beauty that comes from that. But there's also a part of me that's like, you know, if you have had an insecurity your whole life and you want to change it, and it's your money and no one's forcing you and you're not forcing anyone, I think that also that you should be able to do that as well. I do think that not necessarily cosmetic surgery, but being dishonest about cosmetic surgery has maybe set the standard for beauty for women to be extremely high. Let's say someone gets, this is no shade towards anyone, but just an example. Let's say someone gets, what's it called, where you take the fat from your stomach and you move it to your butt. And let's say someone gets that, and suddenly they have this beautiful butt and super slim stomach. And they're on social media saying, yeah, I just was doing squats and all of this happened. That, I feel like, is very unrealistic, very dishonest, and definitely is something that happens on social media, I feel like. But I feel like that is where the problem is. I think it's totally fine if you get cosmetic surgery, you know, and obviously you're not entitled to disclose it to anyone, but if you're telling people that you got this way by working out, or you
you know, you just aren't honest about it, I think that that can cause problems.
Would you ever want to live an off-grid life? Ooh, sometimes I feel like when I'm just laying outside or something, if I'm in a park or something, I think about that, and sometimes I feel like I do want to get away from people. Not like I don't want to be alone, like if I were living off the grid, but I don't think long term that I would want to do that. Like I can imagine myself maybe for a month or so doing that, but yeah, I do like to be around people and I like to be around friends, but sometimes it does get very overwhelming. Like sometimes after a day of like just experiencing LA, I'm like, I literally don't want to look at a person for the next week. Like I'm joking, but like seriously. Would you ever get a roommate in the future? I'm not really sure. I've thought about that a little bit. I don't have any plans of getting a roommate. I feel like I really enjoy living on my own unless like I meet a special someone. I would love to move in with a significant other. I think that would be really cool, but I'm obviously not in any kind of relationship. I'm not really ready for that yet, but that's like the only form of roommate that I can really think of right now. But I don't know. If you could do a docu-series on any topic, what would it be? That is a really good question. Oh my gosh. At first when I was thinking about this question, I was thinking I wanted to do a docu-series on like space or something, but now that I think about it, I would love to do a docu-series on how men and women do things differently and how they are treated differently in different industries. Like I don't know what specifically, but I feel like that would be cool. And I also love just talking about sex and sexuality, not from like a perverted point of view obviously, but you know, from like just a knowledge point of view. Was that proper English? I don't know. I watched this really interesting docuseries on Netflix that you guys should watch if you're interested on sexuality and sexuality in different countries, but it's called Sex and Love Around the World, I believe. And it basically talks about sexuality and sex in different cultures. It just opened my eyes a lot and was really, really interesting. So you guys should definitely watch that if you can. But I feel like something like that would be really cool to recreate. What is one big thing you want to accomplish this year? This year I would love to hit 100,000 subscribers. That's been a goal of mine for many years, and slowly but surely I feel like we are gonna get there, maybe. So yeah, be sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Would you ever do van life? Love you too. Personally, I don't think that I would ever do van life, except maybe like I can imagine myself, you know, renting an RV or something. I know that's not the same thing, but van life, where you like what the YouTubers are doing, where they sell everything and their home is their van. That sounds like torture. Like for me, I just can't. I can't deal with it. I can't handle it. I love camping. I love doing things like that. It just doesn't sound appealing to me, and I get the vibe that the people that do it and make it look really glamorous on social media, that they maybe don't highlight all of the downfalls as much as it probably is. They don't highlight all the negatives of it. There's probably a bunch, and it looks fun on social media, but I don't think I could do it. If you guys have done it and you had a lot of fun, tell me your story down below, because that I want to hear. Is it difficult dating in LA? I feel like it's difficult dating here for sure. I don't want to blame LA because I feel like it's kind of annoying for me to be doing that for someone who like moved here, to be like, it's just like, oh my god, because I do love it here. And yeah, but there are some weird people here. Obviously I was way younger when I was living in Bellingham, but I didn't have this hard of a time dating in Bellingham. Like, I don't know, it's way harder here. Where's the next place you would want to live? I could see myself living here for a long time in LA, but I kind of want to, I would love to see what it's like to live in New York for like a year or something. I don't know if that's something that's realistic at all, but I think that would be a really cool adventure. Is it weird having fan pages, or what's your opinion on fan pages? The page Stella.ss Sonia commented this, and I love I love it. I don't think that I deserve fan pages at all. Like, I'm literally not anything cool. I'm not cool at all. So you guys, I've had maybe like I think 4 or 5 fan pages that have come and gone, and like they're so sweet. I don't know, they're super awesome. So if you've made one for me, thank you, I appreciate it. Most embarrassing thing that's happened this year so far. Also, what a queen you are, always so stunning. Oh my god, thank you, queen, thank you. I guess nothing too embarrassing has happened this year, or maybe I've blocked it out, I don't know, sometimes that happens. But I was stalking this guy's Instagram for my Finsta, and he requested to follow my Finsta. So that was embarrassing. Well, anyways guys, I always try and make these videos long because I know you guys have a lot of questions and I don't do Q&A videos like so often. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you'd like to see more Q&A videos. Make sure you guys follow me on here, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram at sonia.elsie, my Twitter sonia.elsie, and thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to see what I was doing in mine. If you watched until the end of the video, comment Q&A gang, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye everybody!